A little weird way to start off a new Dark Cloud video, but this atrocious thing I've just recently caught. Yeah, I've read up that these things are worth between 500 to 900. I think it was actually like 700 to 900 fishing points. Either way, it's not going to be a real shocker to me. So let's go ahead and check out how much a Barangarian of 117 centimeters length is worth. Not bad. Not bad at all. That is actually useful right now, since at this very moment I'm currently in the middle of grinding. But as you're watching this video, I'm obviously done. So, let what you wanted come right now. Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Cloud. It's been a long time, hasn't it? In the last part I said I'd see you guys after I did quite a bit of grinding, and well, let's go ahead and check out the fruits of my labor. So, the Atlamillia sword is now at a +8. It actually took quite a while before I got it to a specific point that I'd like you all to see. Zhao, I've upgraded her, what was it, the Hard Impact to a Matador into a Divine Beast title. Goro, well, other than the fact he's equipped with a Big Bucks hammer, I've gotten his Battle Axe to Satan's Axe. I find that peculiar that an axe just up and turns into Satan's Axe. I don't quite get that. Ruby, I've actually gotten her all the way up to Athena's Armlet. At this point, I think it's safe to say that she's well powerful enough that I don't need to grind much more. And Gaga, nobody cares. Osmond, let's put it this way. I could upgrade him to a Blessing Gun. I want to try to skip to this, but here you go. We still need a lot of elements. We still need attack and magic power. But at this point in time, if we're forced to switch to any of these characters except Gaga, because I now really hate him, it'll be a cakewalk. But let's go ahead and see what I want you all to see. We can build up the Atlamillia sword to Tone's ultimate weapon. The Chronicle. Well, the Chronicle sword, but you know what I mean. Now, this cannot go any higher. There is no build-up for it. So, yeah, it's really cool looking. I have to give it that. It's also really powerful, and the fact that it's a 7-star sword with all the stuff we put on it. Steals, critical hits, slow thirst rate, and big bucks. I think we're good to go. So, let's go ahead and go. Well, before we do that, I want to show you guys a little something. You saw that I caught a Barangarian. At the time, that was the first and only one I had. Actually, I have another one. He's actually up there, too. The one I caught is this one, 117 centimeters. I actually caught a ton of Martingarians along the way, though. I'm not kidding. So, the Martingarians actually gave me the majority of my points, but the two Barangarians gave me a good portion. You would have no idea. The last one I tried to catch, he was plain annoying. I actually had to get rid of 2 fish to make it easier for me. A method I found to do that's really effective is to basically bait check. Check to see what the fish want. If they want, you know, the basic bait like the Mimis or the grasshopper bait or the weird fuzzy bait, then they're not what you're looking for. If they only want a poisonous apple, then go ahead and catch it. That's Martingarian. If they only want a potato cake, go ahead and catch it. That is a Barangarian. I only know you can catch Barangarians in Muskalaka or Muskaraka, whatever you call it. You might be able to do it in Matataki, but it's actually much easier to get Baron and Martingarians here because they're both available. So I recommend fishing here. It's just so much easier. Anyway, let's go ahead and head on over to Darkhaven Castle. Once more with this ominous music, we're actually going to go all the way through the dungeon and hopefully beat it, because I've made it apparent in a previous part, I've never beaten Dark Cloud. But I have gotten all the way through this dungeon, so I'm not going into it blind. I would never truly do a game blind. Fairy King's still here if you want to go ahead and buy some things off of him. In fact, I probably will go ahead and buy a couple gems. Well, the only reason why I want to buy a couple gems is... Who was it? You don't really need it. Somebody needs Breaker. Oh yeah, that's right. That was Ruby. Because I still want her weapon to be up there, and it requires Metal, Mimic, and Rock. I right now have her for Metal. So, I always do this. This is why I still have those gems. Which let's get one ahead and gave. Okay, so we want a turquoise and a diamond. So we'll go ahead and buy the last two gems. So, turquoise and diamond. Now we're completely broke again. That's okay. Because unless I need to grind more, this will probably be the last time I'll ever need money. Alright. So we just gotta wait until we have to upgrade that again before we can make that take effect permanently. Let's go ahead and enter the Gallery of Time. Let's move on to 18 years ago. Place still looks like crap. Oh right. This is a gap that needs Osmond. Switch back to Tone. Brilliant! I'm already missing. 730 damage. That's definitely nothing to scoff at. Or 1026 in case you're weak against Holy. We'll still be opening all the chests and all that. This will still be a fairly slow process of dungeoneering. But I figured out the reason why it's so slow is because it's very difficult to find out what you need to cut out. Because you can't just cut out a dungeon, else you pretty much cut out the majority. I'm going to turn down the TV a little bit. That's primarily for the convenience of echo. So let's just keep going. Our exit's all the way down here. Thanks to the map. What we're looking for, though, is the Atmilia. I mean, right now, Tone can just one-hit everything. That is pretty much... That is the key thing right there. You know. And that's probably why that he was a priority in the grinding. But he didn't take long, really. After, like, 5 upgrades, I think he was ready. God, that thing is so cool. Billy, who is a thunder element, so wouldn't work well, I think. That's not going to do you much good, pal. And it's been like forever since I've seen this. Got the moon again. What do we need again? Oh, we don't have anything else, so we're safe for the moment. Once more, one of those inaccessible back rooms. Is this? Yeah, it's a medical orb. Crystal. Come here. There you go. Spitting at me. Oh, a dark flower, which... No, it's not weak against holy, but I imagine it'd be weak against fire. Dead. Got the clock hand, so we're ready to move on to the next floor. After we get all the Atla, which there's only 2 left on this floor. And now we just need to hold... I'm still going to kill everything, even though we don't need to. At least not at this point. In fact, I should probably do that with Ruby, I think. Yes, Ruby. She's also nothing to scoff at. She does considerably less damage, but she still does quite a bit. I also like the look of the Athena's armlet. It's pretty cool. I mean, 100 range damage, that's really nothing to truly scoff at. Point blank, though, 400, that's... Oh, I have to go back through this thing again. Exit is down there, so we might as well stick to Osmond until we get back. Well, at least... I meant that in the saying that we might as well stick to him until we either have to do something with another character or, well, get back there so we don't have to play them. Not the ceremony. That needs That's the moon on it, so let's go ahead and put that on there. The other antler's over here. I think we'll switch to Ruby so we can keep... Well, no. Osmond can still use the old grind at the castle, which I also believe is part of that. Yes, it is. So, back to Osmond. And this thing fires pretty fast, actually. So, Osmond is pretty much your ultimate ranged character at this point, being able to strafe and shoot, and considering that it's a really fast fire rate, he put Xiao to shame, but I don't remember the dungeon very well. It's the primary reason why. Monsters pump energy. Funds decreased a little. That's not a concern of mine. It'll take a few more shots to kill a pump monster, but I think they only give more abs in the back floors. Compare that. We won't upgrade it until it gets full on abs. We'll wait until we can maybe get a handful of gems for that. Oh, Tron's feather broke. Actually, I didn't notice. Put that on. Sort this inventory real quick and keep going. So that's all we can do for this floor. And we'll be moving on. As you can see, the intervals do not stay consistent. So we'll probably actually be going back, I'd say 30 years, maybe more. But let's go ahead and find out. So slap that in there. Touch the clock face. And to the next floor. We are now, 23 years ago. I was almost there. Quite off, actually. Go. Yeah, that's kind of crazy right there. I was able to do, I don't know, 300 points of damage within a couple seconds. Not many characters can do that. So Osmond really is really powerful, even if his weapon stats don't say it. Dead. And no, I'm not restricted to Osmond. I'm just grinding up some of his abs. It's probably not a good idea to still play with Fate with the whole auto repair powder and stuff. So. Go. Come here. It's not like how those chests are always on like the south end. Good thing we kept Osmond out. Still a good thing we kept Osmond out. Yep. I find it funny. This gun tends to glitch if you like go point blank and shoot it. Like it fires not out of the gun anymore. Okay, we need Tone. Nathan in this case. Open this up. And we got a crown. That's still necessary for that one we're currently working on. There. Torch and Sophia, whoever Sophia is. Another bar of soap, which I don't think we'll need in this dungeon. Or if we do, it'll probably be because it's messed up. Rippling armor still take a good chunk out of this weapon. What weapon do we get? We actually got a bandit's ring, which gives might not be a bad thing to go ahead and give Ruby. Steel, although at this point in the game, not the most useful because we don't have that great a need for money. It's still necessary. And that's Sophia. Who is this? Fragment. Apparently, it's a woman. Perhaps a love interest. Just go ahead and there's the exit. We do have the clock hands. Kill you off real quick. Oh no, we didn't have clock hands. Good thing I killed him. Pitch dark key, which will allow us to open. That is not a door, but it looks like it on the map. It will allow us to open this door over here. which this thing is absurdly big for a door. I don't understand why somebody would build a door this big. Ow! That was cheap. Max weapon. Okay, that's actually nice, especially for the Chronicle sword, because if this thing breaks, I'm done. I'm done with this Let's Play. We'll put it at that. And another Atla. Which has the torch that we're looking for. So now we can view this memory. So I'll put that in, and let's see it. It was the day of my crowning that I met you. Your blue eyes catch mine, and then you vanish. Who on earth are you? Well, I would guess that's a love interest then. That sounds a lot like it could be Romeo and Juliet style, minus the kissing, but nearly. So there's another magical orb. There's just another ring. I'm taking more gambles because I'm low on money again. Well, thank you, game. That's really nice of you to give this weapon a lot of weapon HP. So we got a map. Oops. Just kill you. Nope. Get down here. There you go. Kill this dark flower. Open that chest. I think this is actually a habit of me to go ahead and kill everything on the floor and then open the chest. I actually did that as part of my grinding routine. Trinity. It's actually good for money, but like I said, I don't need it. It'd be nice for the weapons and preps for some more potato cakes and poisonous apples, but that's about it. I highly doubt I really need to grind at this point. So we'll go ahead and open this, I guess you could call it a door. That's what I was going to call it, but put the hands on the clock and go back even further. Now I think we'll be close to the 50 years. This place still looks cruddy. Yeah, we're 40. Practically. Okay, so there's some more Atla. I haven't found any water spots, which I don't know if I've explained yet. We've got a minister, but we don't know where to put them. It's funny. These things actually have enough resistance against physical attacks to not die that quickly. Mimic, go away. I've honestly encountered too many of those. They're still annoying as ever, but a lot easier to deal with. Now we have an anti-curse amulet. Open this Atla. Gives us a bed. Once more, we don't know what to put that on. There's a clock face. Oh. Okay. Got a stone, which is completely worthless. Thunder. And a map. Actually, as a nice thing to say, you make a ton of money if you go into the back room selling a bunch of those attachments, especially if you're only going to use gems. Okay, pitch dark. So I do recommend that. It's a lot. If you haven't figured it out already, gems are by far a lot better than just regular attachments. They do multiple things all at once. Premium water. Which may be used. Status of... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Well, the only thing I see is the endurance dropped and magic power didn't do anything. What else changed? Elements by the looks of it. Near maxed out holy, eh? And some other maxed out killers, so... We gotta be careful about that. I don't want this thing, like, absolutely being ruined by one of those. It's kind of hard to ruin this sword, though. Keep on going. I think, yeah, we probably need the pitch dark key to get past that door. And there are some actually water spots on this floor, so if I haven't shown you those, I can show you those now. And they're really obscure, and they don't... How do I put this without spoiling it? There is a real lack of water there. Let's put it that way. Mimic. Go die. Pear powder, which is always nice. We have... Speed +1. These guys are just slow, but I don't know. If you didn't grind before this point, I suppose this would be a good place to get some abs, because a lot of the enemies will be dropping or giving about, I don't know, I'm going to guess 12, 13 abs, which That's nothing to scoff at. And the Mimics, I think, give a lot more than that. It's a bit darky here. Go through. Cursed Dancer, who's going to be one-shotted. Just keep going then. Alright, so here's a water spot. I don't see any water. Still, it does the same thing. It restores your water meter and restores your health. I'm not sure. Maybe that's a spot of holy power, but I don't know. I suppose it really doesn't matter as long as it refills the water meter, I suppose. That's all that matters. It doesn't let me waste items. You. And you. Okay, the abs on this thing are full, but I really probably won't even upgrade it unless I just want it stronger. Because I think the max attack this thing has is around 200 to 300. So, hey, if you want to grind up the attack, you can go ahead. I'm not. It's powerful enough as is. There's some more Atla. And Reunion in the Storm. Sound like, yes, it is an event. So let's go ahead and place you. Minister, so we'll place Zamir. Sophia again, and a buggy, which I assume is a car and not a pet. Mimic dead. Let's go ahead and switch to Zhao. Drop the clock hands. Not the best element to using against these guys, but I mean, still, even Zhao does, 300 damage. So, I mean, everybody is pretty powerful except Ungaga, which I didn't know. I'm not even going to bother. I could use that treasure key, but I'd rather save it. And we got a Satan's Ring, which would actually, if you were to take that route of the rings, that would build up into the, what is it, the Omni Bracelet. But, I mean, let's put it this way. What Athena's armlet upgrades into is a lot better than what this upgrades into. So, hey, might as well stick with the gods instead of the evil guy. I mean, that's still some nice damage, even if he is, like, really high on his defense. So we cleared out this entire floor, so let's go ahead and head back to the exit of this floor, the clock face. And be on our merry, merry way. So, I thought it was right there. Slap these clock hands on. Clock face on. It already has a face. And go to the next time period, I suppose. As far as I'm remembering, this dungeon isn't that long, but it's still a considerable length. To the next floor, which really is just further back in time. Now we're 51 years ago. A Rash Dasher, new enemy. Really just a recolor of the Dasher, which we haven't seen in forever. North. Flower. Dark flower. Cursed flowers are back in the ship. Another one of you guys. I think these guys now replace the Cursed Dancers because I think it is that long into the past that crap, I forgot his name. The general probably didn't even have plans for the urn at this point. In fact, he might not even have been born. So here's the map. I mean, still, this place looks like complete and utter crap. So it's going to be a while before this place looks better, isn't it? So we got Sophia now. Let's go ahead and put her in memory. There we go. Now we just need a buggy. Switch back to Zhao's grinder ramped up. And I actually found out that I like Goro a lot better than I originally thought. His charged up attack, I think you guys saw it, but it does a lot of damage, but it also gives him invincibility frames. So it makes him all the better. And what's Ungaga got? He's got a slow attack speed, just in general. And that actually really made me angry. And I stopped grinding because of that. Let's put it that way. Let's go ahead and put this guy out. That wasn't too hard. Take out the Dasher. And now he's done. A little creamy chicken, which I'm not complaining. Yeah, if you do the tempo just right, Zhao can actually rival a bit of damage that Osmond can do. Of course, that's all because her speed is maxed out, I think. Nothing there for her to jump on, so Osmond, you're up. And there you go. It's also worth noting that the weapon HP of almost all the weapons except Osmond's gun are actually fairly high. Oh no, there's still some curse dancers around. I wonder if these guys do some like dark rituals in here. Probably. Now we got ourselves more premium. Nice voice crack. More premium water. Which, if I were complaining, well, sorry to say, I'm not. Got another one of those chance circles, chance rings. Okay, take our. Oh no, that's not a chance ring. It'd be bigger, I suppose. It's actually Atla. This might actually be the buggy. Because by the looks of it, and if memory, yeah, it's buggy. If memory serves, and by the looks of it, it'll give you a memory at some point, and it'll give you all the parts to it along the way. It won't give you like another memory, so you start putting them all over this place. So, right there. And let's go ahead and look at this fragment. I want to meet you again. That's all I can think of now. Then the minister rushed into my room in a panic. The princess's buggy of neighbor country is missing in the storm. I reunited with you 1 hour after that. Oh. So some more plot development. We'll be seeing this guy's story. If I remembered his name. What was it? Just for the life of me, I can't remember. It's been a long while since I picked up the game. I mean, I've been grinding as of late. Yeah, sure, but I'm not going to go back and watch my Let's Play parts just to find out what his name was. Go ahead and actually, I think it says so. Yeah, let's go ahead and look. Sada's. Okay, Sada. If I'm horribly mispronouncing that, I apologize. Another banana, which I really have no use for. I still like how ridiculous you can make her fire her slingshot. Even if it's gonna break soon. So let's fix that real quick. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. And you're dead. Mind healing? This dungeon just be nice to me. Oh, bag's full. Can you get rid of anything? Go ahead and drink premium water. We're getting too many of those as is. Let's open it up. Premium chicken. Trade a premium water for a chicken. I am not complaining because those are infinitely more useful. Well, I say that. Next thing you know, I'm going to run into trouble involving where I'm short on water. Let's go ahead and go back even further back in time. I don't believe at this point it starts looking any better. I think we have to hit the 100-year mark for that. We are making bigger skips, I think. Nope. Yeah, 66 years ago. Still looks entirely like crap. Which I suppose this place has been in very bad shape. Okay. Now we get to start seeing these card soldiers, I think. If we haven't seen one already. Which, they're interesting enemies. They only appear here. Okay, now I'll get to show you Goro. Still grinding this thing up. So if we at all can, I'd like to break it down. But if we're on a Goro-only floor, then I'll switch to his axe. And in a situation like this, let's go ahead and switch to Ruby. Weaken this enemy a little bit. Stop. Dude, that's not cool. You can... He was sliding and guarding. I can't do that. There we go. The big buck's hammer is a lot easier to use than a trial hammer, which, believe you me, that was not fun to use. Got a thunder. Go ahead and restore whatever we lost. There's a chance circle on this floor, though. There's the exit. Keep going. Okay, we need Ruby there with wind element. Let's go this way, though. That is some tasty water. Oh, you had the poison. I'm lucky enough, I actually do have a ton of antidotes. It's just a complete waste using a mighty healing on a character. What's this the most? Because we don't need tasty water all that much. I think it's a complete waste to use mighty healings on a poison character when you're throwing down 300. What's the money called? We'll call it gold because I can't remember. Ouch. Okay, Ruby, we need you real quick. Okay, you one-shotted him, practically. That's the thunder, I know this. Okay, now it's going to be easier for Goro if he decides to throw an attack at me like that. We may have to run back to the water spot. Well. There we go. Dead as a door now. And he had the hands. So that makes it all easier for me. So we'll head on back. Take a quick break, I suppose, on the stained glass platform. I still don't get that. That just doesn't make any sense to me. If it were explained that this was holy... Well, that is an angel right there. Or no. It looks like an angel, but what is that thing? I don't know. Nonetheless, whatever it is, it seems to be healing us. I just don't know if I should trust it at all. We still got another direction to go this way, so let's go that way before we go down south, because there is some Atla down there, and I will be picking that up. So, open the chest. Some map. Whoa! Hey, buddy. There. Now you're dead in the water. If there was any water here. I figured I was recording for a long time, so let's go ahead and pause here and cut the part off. So, guys, in the next part, we will continue our journey down, or, well, back in time, in the Gallery of Time. So, I'll see you guys in the next part. Until then.